Alright, so we are going to do an exterior and engine bay walkthrough on the 86 MR2, formerly known as Boostmonger. And what you see here is a 3S GTE US spec, fully built with a forged rotating assembly, oversized pistons, and a custom offset ground crank. So it's 2.1 liters. You've got a kind of a custom, not kind of, but a very custom sidewinder manifold coming over here, built by Carl Crawford at Speed Source, going to a tile wastegate off to the side, down to a divorced dump tube. And you can see there's two feeders for that that wastegate. 3-inch downpipe going all the way out the back. Sounds like we got somebody doing a burnout in our front lawn. Anyways, GT3076R, ball bearing turbo. Then the plumbing goes into the fender well, comes around the fender well and into the trunk for an air to water intercooler, and then back out here to a tile wastegate, AEM water meth, into a giant Ford throttle body with an Ross Machine Racing intake manifold wrapped in the gold insulation. So big injectors, all the specs are in the listing, but big injectors, HKS cams, adjustable cam gears, oversized valves, all of that stuff is in there. So, and again, this whole thing was put together with custom mounts welded in that Carl Crawford at Speed Source put that kit together. Got a battery access back here at the back. So, not sure who that is, but somebody's having fun. All right, so 86 MR2. There's another video with the underbody walk around where I show the exhaust and all that stuff. So, as far as I can tell, this thing's never been in a wreck, never had any rust, but it has had some questionable decisions, like, you know, putting these giant wheels on. You can see it's, you know, I had the fenders were rolled, both front and back, which was not a big deal because the car comes with a set of wood sport flares. They're super rare. Those were going to go on, but as you know, life has progressed. I've had 3 kids and run a business and have other cars, so this one is ridiculous enough that it's kind of lost some of my attention over the years. But as far as the bad goes, the C-pillar trim is obviously either gone or in bad shape. I do have new old stock on some of it. Matter of fact, there's one right there inside the car. There are dings and scratches and all kinds of stuff like that, but overall the car is solid. There is no rust anywhere, no structural rust, no nothing like that. So it does come with a spare trunk lid that has a wing on it, red, matches one of the reds on here. The engine lid, in order to fit that massive manifold, we had to remove the latch, so there is no latch on this engine lid. Not a big deal in this car because, again, it spent most of its life inside, so not that big a deal. But you can see no side skirts. There's, you know, the occasional ding like that that's on there. Another one kind of sort of right there, you can see. But all of the hardware is in place for the most part. Everything is here. No rust up in the sunroof. It is a solid chassis. If you were going to try to make 500 plus wheel on an AW11, this is one of those chassis you would want to do it. An 86 with a sunroof is one of the lighter ones. So again, the front wheels stick out a little farther than I would like, but I've got another set that don't stick out at all, and they look fine. They're sized properly for no flares. These wheels that are on it right now are sized to have the wood sport flares on. So once you get those on, it will fit right. Panel gaps are pretty solid and consistent throughout. The lip is all there, it's all in one piece. These wings right here have been pulled out to try to cover some of the tire. And you've got some, you know, sun damage. She's been buffed out a few times. So this quarter panel is probably the worst when it was pulled. You can see there. This side has the bumper or the trim on it. The other side does not. But again, no rust, right? She's about as solid as you get for a Japanese chassis made in 1986.